Hello, I'm Dukong TV. You asked a lot of questions in the comments. So, I made a video about the skills of each character. I tried to put all the characters' skills in one video, but there was so much content, so I broke it up into two parts. The first video included content related to where to acquire the skill, and I will explain the characteristics and skills of Rogue and the Witch. If you know the characteristics of a skill, you can know the strengths and weaknesses of the character, and I will tell you the order of learning the skills. In the second video, I will explain the skills of Swordman, Engineer, and Destroyer. This video is the first video. So let's start the video. Each character has one PvP skill. In the case of Rogue, it is a Distortion Arrow. This PvP skill is dropped from the world boss that opens after level 79. But the drop rate is very low. And later, when the shop is updated, you can purchase the skill book. But it costs a lot of money. Therefore, free users will have lower skill levels. But even at level 1, you have to use it. In this skill, Witch's Breaking Wave and Destroyer's Battle Cry are particularly good. And Rogue's Distortion Arrow is useful. The skills of Swordsman and Engineer are useful in large-scale battles, but they are not used often. The following skills are in class level 4. This skill is also different for each class. This skill can be obtained here when you reach level 80, and you can get it from the newly added Dragon Steel Battle. Each member of the winning kingdom will receive one skill book box. Therefore, it is good to participate in a strong kingdom. And this skill book can also be obtained from the village genie. When a genie appears, there's a low probability that this skill book will appear as the first prize. Let's visit genie often. You can also acquire passive skills from field hunting. It is obtained with a low probability by opening the vintage trunk obtained by hunting monsters. Check the list by clicking on the trunk box like this. And these skills can also be obtained from the village genie. However, it is better to acquire this skill in the field. Obtain the special active skill described above from the village genie. The following are 5 attribute attack skills and 3 passive skills. It can be obtained from Chaos Field. Please check the list. And among the active skills, Pillar of Frame can be obtained from Natrum. Finally, let's look at the Metal Shop. Here, you can purchase passive and class-specific active skills to use. To purchase these skills, you need to hunt a lot of field bosses. Hunt the field boss often. The most important content of Ninokuni is the field boss. Now, this is where you can get the skill book. Each player has a different gameplay style. Some users may like PvP, others may like hunting monsters. And there may be people who spend a lot of money, and there may be free users. And there may be people who like character styling. Players' gameplay styles vary widely. Therefore, it is impossible to judge which job is good. You can't even judge which job is bad. Choose a class that suits your style and play. From now on, I will explain the characteristics and skills of the class, and tell you about PvE settings and PvP settings. And I will tell you the order of learning skills using the Domination Medal. First is the log. The log is a buff for specific character. If you look at the skills, there are a lot of skills for buffs. There is a burst charge in the passive skill, and there are many buff skills in the special skill. Blazing Heart, Showtime, and Overcharge Zone. In particular, Showtime uses the skill on the user with the highest attack power among party members, and the attack power rises a lot. However, the cooldown is 50 seconds, but the duration is 15 seconds, so the field boss party sometimes includes 2 or more rogues. Rogue is a buff character, but hunting is pretty good. And Rogue can also become a dealer depending on skill settings. If you use offensive skills except for all buff skills, you become a dealer. Logs are especially weak in 1 vs 1 PvP. This is because the skill's motion is slow, making it difficult to hit the enemy with a skill. However, since Rogue is a ranged attacking character, it is advantageous in large-scale battles. The first is PvE skill setting. The PvE skill setting is divided into the field monster hunting skill setting and the boss hunting skill setting. The first is the skill setting for hunting monsters in the field. Attack power is important for hunting in the field. Set skills that have a wide range and attack many monsters. And monsters are divided into 5 attributes. Therefore, you need to set 5 types of skills according to the attributes of the monster. Let's see the special skills. You include a Blazing Heart. It has a long duration and increases attack power. Blazing Heart is included in all 5 attribute settings. And for the other 2 skills, use an attack type active skill that matches the attributes of each monster. Offensive active skills are dropped from Chaos Field. Next is the passive skill. In passive skills, attack aura, attack boost, and swift movement are used. It's better than attack aura if you have risk and return skills. This is the dealer's skill setting. In the field boss party, if your CP is the highest, you have to be the party's dealer. The dealer does not use buff type skills. First, it is a special skill. Uses 3 offensive active skills. For example, a deck with fire properties uses 3 offensive skills: Firecracker, Pillar of Flame, and Meteor Strike. However, there are 2 active skills for water and earth attributes. 2 bosses will be added to the dimensional border later. There, let's acquire the skills of the water and earth attributes. For now, you can use either Placing Hearts or Showtime for water and earth attributes. Here are the passive skills. Use the risk and return skill, attack boost, and the rest freely. When a new skill is added, it is enough to include an offensive skill. The following is the skill setting of the field boss buffer. In the field boss party, the rogue plays a big role as a buffer. All skills use buff type skills. It's a special skill. Uses 3 skills: Blazing Heart, Showtime, and Overcharge Zone. It's a passive skill. Use the burst charge skill and freely include the aura skill. The log of the buffer role in field boss hunting includes 2 or more people. The Blazing Heart skill automatically uses the skill according to the duration. Showtime uses the skill regardless of the duration after the cooldown ends, so rogues should use it well so that Showtime doesn't overlap. For Korean server, when rogues use Showtime, they also use emoticons in the party window to notify them. This method is sometimes used to prevent overlapping showtimes. This is because, in the case of field bosses, the ranking can change due to a slight difference in damage. Next is the PvP skill. Crowd control skills are important in PvP. When fighting with party members, you may include a Blazing Heart. However, in a 1v1 battle, it is better to put all special active skills as crowd control skills. For special skills, try using Shadow Disc, Grasping Thorn, and Distortion Arrow. Shadow Discs are included in each bundle in the store. Shadow Disc is stunned when it hits twice. When used, movement speed increases for a while, making it easier to control the character. And Distortion Arrow is a difficult skill to acquire. Without Shadow Disc and Distortion Arrow, you must use Meteor Strike, Dark Balloon, and Solar Flare. Use the 3 passive skills: Swift Movement, Barrier Hunter, and Speed Aura. If you are fighting with a party member, the 5 party members must use different auras. Aura skills are applied to all party members. The following is the order of purchasing the Domination Medal Skillbook. First, purchase Blazing Heart and Attack Aura, the skills you will use the most. If you hunt a lot of field bosses and have a lot of medals, you can also purchase the Burst Charge skill and Showtime. All of the skills here need to be mastered at level 10. For skills purchased here, 1 skill book is used for each level up until level 6. Up to level 9, 2 skill books are used per level up. In the last 10 level up, 3 skill books are used. Maybe that's what I remember. I would recommend the order of skill purchase. Blazing Heart 1, Attack Aura 1, Burst Charge 1, Showtime 1, Blazing Heart 6, Attack Aura 6, Blazing Heart 10, Attack Aura 10. After that, let's level up freely. If you are a rogue who acts as a buffer in the field boss ranking party, You may need to learn Showtime and Burst Charge before Attack Aura. I will finish the explanation of the log. This class is a witch. The witch is a character specialized in PvP. Blink, a skill that teleports and becomes immune to damage for a certain period of time. Breaking Wave with continuous stun attack. There is a survival type passive Last Shadow that becomes invisible and increases defense. If you can use these skills to control them well in a 3 vs 3 battle, it's great in PvP. And witches are very good at hunting monsters. The range of basic attacks is quite wide, and the range of skills is also wide, so witches are good at hunting. She hunts monsters very well in chaos fields where there are a lot of monsters. The first is PvE skill setting. Set the same skill settings for monster hunting and boss hunting on the field. It's a special skill. In the case of witch, there is no buff type skill in the special skill. So, let's use 3 offensive active skills that are advantageous to the monster's attributes. Use Decaying Touch, Meteor Strike, and Pillar of Flame for fire attributed decks. You can also use firecrackers. As much as possible, use skills with attributes that are advantageous to monster attributes. If you haven't learned the skill yet, you can use the Deadly Spike of the damage increase option. Use Leaf Dance, Grasping Thorn, and Deadly Spike for earth attributes. For water attributes, use Water Bomb, Frozen Storm, and Deadly Spike. Use the light attributes Static Field, Tempest of Light, and Twilight Nova. If you lack skills, you can use Lightning Orb or Deadly Spike. Dark attribute uses Deadly Spike, Starfall, and Dark Balloon. If you lack skills, use a Shadow Disc. If you lack a lot of skills before learning the attribute attack active skill, Decaying Touch, Twilight Nova, and Deadly Spike can be used. You don't have to use only skills that are weak points. It's a passive skill. Rapid Pulse to increase attack speed. Crush Armor that reduces defense. Use Attack Boost to increase your attack power. If you don't have Attack Boost, use Attack Aura. Next is the PvP skill. The witch has many skills that are good for PvP. In the special skill, use the 2 skills Blink and Breaking Wave unconditionally. And for the other skill, you can use Static Field or Deadly Spike. If you want to drive damage all at once, use the Deadly Spike. If you want to use the stun stably, use the Static Field. Passive skills use Last Shadow, Crush Armor. For the other one, use Speed Aura or Attack Aura. Rapid Pulse, which is a probabilistic activation skill, and Exquisite Sense skill, which requires continuous attack, are not good. The witch needs the user's control. Blink is not an automatic skill. But if you use Blink well, it's very good in PvP. The following is the order of purchasing the Witch's Domination Medal Skillbook. Level up Attack Aura, Rapid Pulse, and Crush Armor first. However, in the beginning, it is good to learn Decaying Touch and Twilight Nova because of the lack of offensive active skills. Decaying Touch 1, Twilight Nova 1, Attack Aura 1, Rapid Pulse 1, Crush Armor 1, Deadly Spike 1, Attack Aura 6, Rapid Pulse 6, Crush Armor 6, Attack Aura 10, Rapid Pulse 10, Crush Armor 10. Then upgrade Deadly Spike to level 10. Deadly Spikes are too expensive to buy early in the game. So, learn only one and level up later. In the beginning, it is better to learn all the skills one by one and set them up. After that, level up the skills you use often. Today's video is over. In the next video, I will introduce the features and skill settings of Swordman, Engineer, and Destroyer. See you next time. Bye.